lekhute yo hey balikhatha likhatha likhatha lekhute balikhatha ikhaya balikhatha likhatha likhatha lekhute balikhatha ikhaya balikhatha likhatha likhatha lekhute balikhatha ikhaya likhatha likhatha lekhute balikhatha ikhaya
The Aido Network International Third Annual Convention in Ghana was graced by His Excellency Mr. Ivan Ilesky, Minister for Tourism, Panama, who had a very wonderful welcome, led by the Ghanaian traditional dancers. Thereafter, His Excellency Paul Eganda, the President of Aido Network International, welcomed him, and kings and queens also welcomed him in a very traditional way. Dr. Melinda Barros welcomed her brothers from Panama in African soil for the first time. The minister was equally expressing his gratitude and warm welcome in the African soil.
Want you, son of the soil? City Allah! Welcome to the African soil. Welcome to the African soil. Feel the rhythm and the beat of Africa. Yes. Come with us. Follow the powerful rivers that cross the heart of Africa. Go to the mighty mountains of Africa and feel the echoes of Africa, the echoes of our great-grand ancestors who have been moved from our great land to the land of the dungeons. Oh! Today, it feels good to be an African. Chant with us and affirm the greatest affirmations of Africa and say, I am an African. I am an African. I am an African. I owe my being to the hills and the valleys, the mountains and the glades, the rivers, the seas, the trees, the deserts, the flowers, and the ever-changing seasons that define the face of our native land. Oh! My mind and my knowledge of myself is formed by the victories that are the jewels around our African crown. The victories that we earned from Isandlwana to Khartoum, as Ethiopians, as Ashanti of Ghana, and as the Peppers of the desert. Today, it feels good to be an African. Let us all of them and say, I am an African. I am an African. I am an African. I am an African.
I want both of you to know, I was born in Panama, but this is my home. And this is what I wanted to show Panama. That I was born in a country that I was taken to through my ancestors. But now I have found my brothers and I have found my sisters.
Bayete.
Thank you.
Yeah, welcome. You're welcome, Ivan. She's worked very hard with us for the last 1 year to make this happen. All these kings and queens, we've been having so many of them here waiting for you to arrive. Tomorrow, it's going to be a big day. It's historic. This has never happened before. So you've got many queens and kings coming from different parts of Africa. Africa is bigger than the United States. So we are here to make history, and Ivan is part of the history. This is a legacy. You are most welcome. And Dr. Barrow, you have started the journey of healing and reconciliation. And we are coming to Panama to atone.
Now that you're here and you've actually seen the kings and queens of Africa and they exist and they're here, and this is the first time to step on the African soil, how do you feel? What is your feeling, or what is your expectation for this journey? Because this is the beginning of a journey of reconciliation, a journey that is set to come and to be done next year, 2020. A journey to bring the Mother Africa and the diaspora together. So, what is your feeling?
I think that's a very good question. How do you feel about being
Well,
here?
first of all, I feel very, very honored. It's difficult to find words to describe this reception. I've never lived anything like this. I'm sure my brother here feels the same. Yeah, it feels a strong spiritual feeling from your ancestors. And I know it's something historical, as you said, because Dr. Melida has transmitted that to us, and that's why we felt we had to come here in representation of our country, in representation of our president, Laurentino Cortizo. So right now I represent a land that will receive the kings and queens of Africa next year, to have a special moment for your people, a whole moment of healing, and I think Panama is a great place to have this. We are very, very honored for you to have been for choosing Panama. We have a very also powerful Afro-Panamanian culture there. I'm sure Dr.
Yes.
Barrow has shared with you all, and a lot of pride in the African descent too, but also a lot of diversity. Panama is a place of convergence where we have a lot of indigenous cultures that made these. And we are in tourism trying to also honor the ancestors of our land. So we feel we understand why it's so important for your people to raise the pride of your culture and celebrate your culture.
Bayete.
Thank you all. I'm also really, really excited. I have and still have goosebumps because of the reception. I felt the African power. So I'm just keep trembling a little bit because of the energy. So and I can feel the vibration that you have and the power that you feel. So we're in a very mystical and powerful place. So I'm very, very, very glad we're here, and really honored to have this kind of reception from you.
Bayete.
I am thankful that my ancestors came to me and told me it is time for healing. It is time for an atonement. It is time for the world to see who we are as a people and not always looking at us as inferior. We are powerful people. And God has given me something, and that is this mission to bring the world together, to bring awareness. To bring awareness in Latin America, to bring awareness in the world. That we as African people no longer are going to be called what the world wants to call us, but we have to define who we are as a people. So, Minister, I am thankful that you were the first one when I did my presentation. And I said, so what do you think? And you were the first one to stand in that meeting and said, I love it, I like it. You might not remember, but that would always stay in my mind. And look at where you're at now. You're here in Africa. And Dayo, thank you. Those goosebumps that you speak, that you talk about, those are my ancestors. That's welcoming you to Africa. Thank you.
The following morning, we embarked on a 3-hour trip to Cape Coast to meet the kings and queens for the beginning of the journey of reconciliation.
I'm here with His Excellency Paul Eganda, the President of Aido Network International. He is also on the way to the point of no return, the door where our ancestors went and never returned. Kindly, sir, please tell us, what is your feel today for this historical moment? Today is the beginning of a journey.
Thank you very much, Raya TV. I want to change the name to be Journey of Return because we are going to the Cape Coast and we are going to return. We are here to make a historical trip to the Cape Coast of Ghana with people from different countries all over the world to go and make the historical visit of the last point the descendants of slave trade were sold to the Latin Americas. With us, we've got ministers from Panama, government officials from different countries, from Canada, kings and queens from all over Africa. Together we are going to put to mark a stone to start the journey of healing and reconciliation between Mother Africa and the diasporas. So today is a very important day, historic, and we are looking forward to this great day. The Africans living in the Latin Americas are represented, so we are delighted to have them. Here we've got the Minister of Tourism from Panama. He will introduce himself. So we are here for this historical visit.
Sure, my name is Ivan Skilsen. I am the Minister of Tourism of Panama. So I'm here for my first time in Africa, standing on African soil in representation of our President, Laurentino Cortizo Cohen, who will host the kings and queens of Africa in their journey of reconciliation and atonement in May of 2022. First of all, I feel like we are living in a historical event, as you mentioned, and we feel humbled to be to have the opportunity to represent the government of Panama and the President of Panama, because Panama now will feel special also to be hosting this historical opportunity. So to begin the journey in a place that is a spiritual and powerful place for your people in Africa, and for all Africans that came from the continent and the motherland, I think is a very, very significant event that will begin or can open many new doors and a new evolution of things. So I think this very special moment that you have been able to create will be important for the future. And we are honored to be here and share it with you in the name of Panama. Well, first when Dr. Melida Harris Barrow presented the idea in Panama, it was well received and it was understood that there was something of very deep significance for the kings and queens of Africa. So from that moment, and especially now that you will officially launch the pilgrimage, the journey, we will further prepare because Panama will be expecting to receive not only the kings and queens, but all the other people that are eager to join this historical event and start this new beginning that can be launched from this very special event.
Thank you very much, Mr. Minister. Just as you said, the kings and the queens will not only come alone, they'll be coming with business people, tourists, other people from government, and all those who want to meet their brothers and sisters in the Latin Americas. So I just wanted to make sure that the Panama government is prepared to host this event so that when we plan, we know actually we are welcome, we have been invited. So we want take this from you because you are very, very important today. Today you are going to lay a foundation mark with Dr. Harris, the start of the journey of healing and reconciliation. That's going to be historic, and as a key person from the government, it's very important that you are comfortable and you know exactly what is ahead of us. So, Honorable Minister, I want to take this opportunity first of all to thank you so much for coming all the way from Panama to Africa. I know it's your first time. And my brother here, I know without you, you would not be brave enough to come here. So can you tell us just your little experience last night and what you are looking forward this morning? I know you came last night, now you are in Africa, and you're part of this history. Your name is going to put in the permanent stone for thousands of years in Africa. How do you feel that experience?
Yeah, I feel very honored, and I have been feeling a lot of vibration in my body from the excitement of being here with you, and I'm very grateful for all the attention so far. But also to see in your faces how happy you are for receiving us and being with the noble heart that Africa now is showing to the world.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency Ambassador Namboka. I know you too have been the main architect of this program. It is just important for you to say something to our dear visitors before we start.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Your Royal Highness. It is an honor, it is a duty, it's a pleasure to welcome the children of the Republic of Panama who come to set foot for the first time on the African continent. We are proud, we are excited, and we are privileged to be witnesses to this part of history. We're going 500 years back when those people left this continent. We were not anywhere, we were just substances. Now we stand here, I'm excited, I'm honored to be part of this launching of the journey of reconciliation, atonement, and brotherhood and sisterhood. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'm a willing accompanier to the ministers who come to see Africa and come to this ceremony in Cape Coast today.
Dear viewers,
Thank you.
On behalf of Aido Network International, we are now starting off our first step from the Best Western Hotel, Ghana. We are making the first step to the journey.
Thank you. My name is Dr. Melida Harris Barrow. I'm the founder and chairperson for the 6th Region Global Chamber of Commerce. Right now I'm feeling very emotional, actually, because this is something that I've been working with Ambassador Namboka for almost a year. And I want to thank, first of all, His Highness Paul Iganda for accepting this proposal that I presented to him almost a year ago. I feel that I'm reaching to the point now that we are making a lot of accomplishments, because this came to me 3 years ago. This has been a dream of mine for it to happen, and it's happening today. So now I'm going to a location where my brothers and sisters were taking for slavery for many years. So now we're coming back home, and what I'm expecting is for us that when we do this ceremony, my ancestors can make me sleep a little bit, because they have been on me for 3 years to do what I'm supposed to do. Now I'm at this point with my brothers from Panama in order to accomplish this goal. Thank you.
Thank you very much, our viewers. As you can see, we have started the journey. You've heard from the horse's mouth, and this is the time we are going to the point of return, as His Excellency the President said. Please join us through this historical journey. As you can see, we are now heading to the door of no return. Welcome.
Networking to promote cultural heritage, advocate for unity and social change. Hey, advocation of human rights.
Wow, here we are. Oh, this is amazing. Guys, you can see we are already in Cape Coast. Welcome to Cape Coast. This is where our journey starts. Our journey of reconciliation. Guys, please come, we meet. We have our Honorable King here. He can introduce himself. My King.
Welcome.
Thank you very much.
My name is Nisamwa Klanche from Osu.
Osu?
Osu, yes.
So,
and we accompany you to Cape Coast Castle for the Day of Atonement, where we will see where the slave trade took place, and then we will see most of the dungeons that they use to sell the slaves. So we will get to Cape Coast Castle, then we'll learn more from there.
thank you very much.
You're welcome.
As you've heard, this is our king, this is his land, he's in Accra. Our king, can you take us there?
Okay, we can go.
Okay.
Advocation of human rights to live for better life today and tomorrow. Transformation of communities by empowering self-sustainability.
As we reached the Cape Coast, we were met by government official who had arranged for a press conference where Dr. Melinda Barrows expressed herself in a very emotional statement on how the slave trade affected the ancestors and that the pain has been shifted from one generation to another. And now it's time for the brothers and sisters in the diaspora to come back home in Africa.
To see how best we can attract our brothers and sisters who want to come and stay with us. As I speak, one of the traditional areas, Asebu Traditional Council has released a parcel of land for people who are willing to come and stay and invest. So these are some of the strategies that we are putting in place to be able to attract many more people over here, because this is a tourism heartbeat of the nation. And we believe that your coming will strengthen the excellent relationship we have with other associations, and particularly with our madam following the agenda, we'll be able to establish very good working relationship. We believe that this is the first step, but we will have the opportunity to meet the executive so that we can sit down and draw out a more practicable and implementable program so that it will benefit all of us, so that the relationship will continue to grow from strength to strength. So once again, on behalf of the minister and management who are here, we welcome you to this meeting, and we hope that with the annual conference that we are holding here, we'll bring the spiritual and the reunion with our colleagues and our sisters who departed, so that we can continue to build on what we have now to transform the lives of people in the country and beyond. Thank you very much.
Our visit here is going to mark the beginning of history, and we've chosen Ghana to be the starting point of this journey. And this journey, we've called it the journey of healing and reconciliation between Mother Africa and her diaspora. We are here with our brothers and sisters from the Republic of Panama. These people have come here with a very special message. They have come home. Their descendants were taken from these lands over 500 years ago to the Americas. They have come back to pay homage. They want to greet you. They want to be part of you. They want to be your children again. They want to be part of the growth of our continent, Africa and Panama.
I don't know or sometimes understand why me. But one thing I know is I have to carry this. I have to do this. I am obedient to God, and I am obedient to my ancestors. It's almost like the pain that they endured is within me. And this pain will never go away until we do what we have to do for them. Imagine your daughter, your son, being taken away in such a vicious way. Imagine not knowing about self anymore during the time of slavery. But I am so proud of my ancestors that I am still present in the world after 500 years. They preserve the culture. I've watched in Ghana the food that's being served, in Ethiopia, in Ivory Coast, all the places that I've been. And I recognized that we have kept the culture. We have kept so many things that you would not imagine after 500 years. It takes strength, it takes courage, and it takes God in order for us to sustain all that we have endured. And I say we, as though as I was there. I was. I was there. Because the pain went from one generation to the next. It never stopped. Because until today, we are still suffering in foreign nations. Most Africans don't know the history of slavery. You don't know. And this is why I am here in Africa, not just Ghana, in Africa, to bring awareness of what really happened. The continent was one continent. It wasn't Nigeria. It wasn't just Ghana. It wasn't Ethiopia. It was one. When we call ourselves Nigerian, Ghanaian, South African, we are separating ourselves. What you are doing is accepting what our colonializers have done to us. We have to change that. We are one people. When I'm in the Americas, they call me Afro-Panamanian. When I'm in Colombia, it's Afro-Colombian. We are all African people. All of us. We are one people. If we keep separating ourselves, we will continue creating a history that is not true. I am proud of our ancestors because they fought tooth and nail to come back home. But they couldn't make it home because they did not know they were across the sea. They just knew that they were in a foreign place. I have to tell you what happened. They suffered. And I want all of you to understand that it's time enough for us now to be together. I am not a foreigner to you. I am your sister. That's why I am here. If nobody wants to represent, if no one wants to represent those that have gone and suffered, I will. Because they came to me. They said, what are you doing? What are you doing? So the pain is still there until our ancestors are free again. And the only way they can be free if you understand who you are as a people. Because they understood who they were in foreign countries. So I will always let them know that the day is coming that we are going to be one, that we are going to love each other, and we are going to have the courage to continue to liberate them. They are still suffering until you, all of you, are free. You're not free. You say you are, but you're not. So until then, we have to understand that they are not at rest. They are still waiting for you to have the courage that we need in order for us to stand strong and make Africa the way Africa used to be and better. Because it cannot be the way it was because of what happened. So we have to build and create Africa the way it's supposed to be. God has given you everything. There's no need for you to ask for everything. So what I am saying, my brothers and sisters, we are one. I'm not a foreigner to you. I am home. I'm an African woman. I'm not Afro-Panamanian. I was born in Panama. But thank God, I know who I am now. And the rest of the world, all the place that we have been, we have to bring awareness to our brothers and sisters out of Africa that they are Africans. Thank you.
On behalf of the Republic of Panama, first of all, I'd like to thank you all for greeting us and welcoming, giving us this very warm welcome in Africa. First of all, last night was our first arrival in the land of Africa for both myself and Dario, senior advisor of the Authority of Tourism. And now the second day, I salute you and thank you in representation of the regional minister. We are thankful of allowing us to be a part of this very special, spiritual, occasion, an historical occasion that has been described just a moment ago. For us, it's certainly an honor, and we're very, very humbled by this opportunity to have been the country chosen for the journey. Personally, I am a person that enjoys understanding the thoughts of humankind in many parts of the world. So I connect with the message of oneness, of humanity, and I believe this is a very powerful experience and an event, an act of humanity that's being organized. And on behalf of us, as let's say the foreigners in one way, even though we understand we are all ones and humans, we feel that we also have a duty as part of this great event. And on behalf of the President of Panama, President Laurentino Cortizo Cohen, the message is that we are ready to receive this beautiful journey that will begin today in this very special place. And otherwise, we're here to provide all the support from Panama in any way we can. This place, from what we've been learning, is a very spiritual and important place for Africans. So we are hoping also to learn from this experience, and we hope that many Africans around the world can connect and also learn from themselves and their people through this experience. So what is beginning today, we are very sure that will reach very far away and to many hearts that will be transformed by this experience. And we hope also that when you arrive to Panama and have this the closing of this circle of healing, that everything goes as you wish, and we're also sure that you have chosen a good place in Panama because of what Panama represents. First of all, as a regional hub, being right at the center of the Americas. So for people from South America and from North America and the Caribbean to come to Panama, it is a very practical place for hundreds of years, not only now, because we have the Panama Canal and we have good air connectivity, but for hundreds of years, even before the colonialization happened, pre-Columbian peoples, the indigenous peoples, used to gather in Panama and connect in Panama. So it is a place for connection. But also besides that, Panama is a place that has also a very rich African culture, Afro-Panamanian culture, which with very different expressions. Ones being directly coming from Africa, the first slaves that came directly from Africa, and have even a recognition from UNESCO as an intangible world heritage, the Congo rituals and expressions. And then there's the Afro-Caribbean culture that came to build the Panama Canal and the Panama Railroad in the 19th and 20th centuries, who are very different because they're African in essence, but also very influenced by the British colonies at that time. And also important that in Panama, the slave trade was also very active. So I think that's also another reason why it's a very, very meaningful selection for Panama to end this journey. Panama had the Portobello fairs, the world fairs, for over 100 years, where all sorts of commercial goods were bought and sold. But unfortunately, also slaves were sold there at a place called Portobelo, that is a World Heritage Site also, a Spanish fort, which we hope all the visitors can also come and learn from. So just to finalize, I just would like to reiterate how special we feel at this moment as citizens of Panama, but again, as citizens of the world, and participating in this very special event, an event of healing, an event that Dr. Melida Harris Barrow has just described in a very powerful way, and I believe that for the hearts of many Africans, this can be a very significant journey, and will also help people grow both individually and collectively. So thanks again for choosing our country. We hope to receive you all there in May of 2022.
Bayete! Bayete!
Kaloku kuyavakala. Si! Kuyavakala ukugunqa kwamathambo otatomkhulu. Kaloku kuyavakala. Kuyavakala ukugunqa kwamathambo omamkhulu. Oh, Hutu, daughters of the soil. Hutu, ndithi amaqabana amaqabakazana ngalala ndlela nazibakunyembelekile. Kaloku kuyavakala. Kaloku ifikile laa mini bikadixelwa. Today is the day where we hear the echo of our great ancestral voice chanting Aloha. I am the man you will never defeat. I am the man you'll never defeat. You can tear my clouds to reach for my flesh. Tear my flesh to reach for my blood. Spill my blood to smash my bones. Smash my bones to reach for my soul. But the seas of the world, the moon of the world, oh, the trees have seen you. My spirit will incarnate from generations to generations, and you will feel the footsteps like the heaving, tired chest, saying and chanting, coming back home from all over the world, coming to the dungeons where you draw my soul unto, and say, I am the man you'll never defeat, for no man will defeat another man. Ngatsho ntoza kwethu, kambe kahle kaloku kwanda kwaliwa ngumthakathi. Bekuyizoloku nigqushalaza niziqingqela ikamva eliqaqambileyo. Amanqanaba niwagqithile, iminqantsa nayiqabela ningagqeleshe ngasemva kwaphela. Today your great ancestry has brought you home, and welcome home, welcome home, welcome home.
At the castle, we were met by kings and queens, where we went with our gifts as a tradition, gifts of water and alcohol, for them as a token for welcoming us to the castle. The king gave us a brief history of the castle and of the slave trade, and also welcomed us in the castle.
If you see what a human being did to his fellow human being, the only question that comes is that, how come? It is pathetic, it is horrible. You ask yourself whether these people do not have the fear of God in them. No matter how long and short we speak about it, it has happened. And everything that happens to one in history is a lesson. Let us console ourselves. Let us feel each other the way we know how. If we did that, gradually, we will put ourselves to where our ancestors would have wished and where God ordained us to be. So welcome and enjoy your stay.
We went out of the castle for a cleansing ritual. Outside the castle, the king and Dr. Melinda Barrows, who is a descendant of the slave trade, did a cleansing ritual where alcohol was used to cleanse and to appease the ancestors. And this was the beginning of the journey, because the daughter of one of the ancestors has come back home. So during the ritual, we were told that now the ancestors are at peace, and the ritual has taken place.
Africa, ne kan ko Africa ni ye Africa ni bibiaran o mafansa ade papa bia mo ne famo abon no wonko bosompo na chi na papa wamra ba
Join Aido network to promote sustainable development.
Thereafter, we went for a photo shoot where the minister had brought some present from Panama and gave to the kings and queens, who are equally happy. We later proceeded to the Cape Coast Castle. Dr. Melinda was very happy and she enjoyed herself.
I feel so full, and that is because what they assigned me to do is being there. As you can see, when we present this to anyone, all they talk is about unity, because that's what they want. So I say, before they were taken, there was always tribalism. And now we're coming together.
This is where it started.
And this is where it started. And the whole America and the Caribbean.
We came through here, the ships.
Even the minister enjoyed himself.
We are actually in the dungeon now. The dungeon where the slavery started. The point of no return, where we want to change the narrative and say the point of return. Sir, kindly please tell us, how do you feel to be at this particular point, at this particular time, where we are saying this is the point of no return, and we are bringing back our African children, saying this is a point of return currently. So how do you feel being here, seeing the actual kings and queens and the reception we got at the palace? What do you feel?
Well, it feels very exciting. As in, there is a very important change for the people of Africa and the diaspora to become one, to reconciliate, and for us to be part of this story, beginning here in Cape Castle in Ghana and finalizing this healing and reconciliation in Panama. It's a deep honor, but also very exciting.
Something we'd like to tell the people of Panama at the moment?
Well, in Panama, as a voice of Panama and representing our government and our president, Laurentino Cortizo, the message we would like to send is a message of unity. And Panama has always stood for these values of a land where people converge, where people get together. So we are very proud to be part of this movement, of this message, and we are here to serve and to receive you all in Panama and to finalize this journey.
Okay, thank you very much. Let us continue with the journey and see what awaits for us and the dungeon.
Dungeons were dark and scary, and one could not imagine how people used to survive with no food at times, no place to relieve oneself. It was so inhuman, and no human deserved such treatment. But the times have changed, and we are going to reconcile all that.